Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Faizah Miti Sahadin. My matric number is S61894. My group number is 10 and I am from class K4. So the company that I choose for the assignment is YTL Power International Berhad. And in this presentation, I will explain about the list and basic EPS or basic earning per share. So before I explain about the list and basic EPS, first I will explain about process how I obtain the information for this presentation slide. So first I open the Bursa Malaysia and find the YTL Power International Berhad Company, and then I find the annual report for the YTL Power International Berhad Company. After that, I open the annual report and find all the information that relate to the list and the basic EPS for the company. After that, I screenshot all the information, and the last step is I type all the accounting policy for list and basic EPS and insert all the statement that relate to the list and basic EPS in this slide presentation for this presentation. Okay, so the first of all, I will explain about the list. List is actually a contract by which one party convey to another party for a specific time, and it usually in return for a periodic payment. So for the YTL in Power International Berhad, there be a lessee. Also at the same time there be a lessor. So the first is accounting policy as a lessee. The first of all is initial recognition. So YTL Power International Berhad recognize lease as a right of use asset and corresponding liability. It recognized at the commencement date, and the company also allocate the consideration in the contract to the lease and non-lease component based on their relative stand-alone price. They also consider all facts and circumstances that create an economic incentive to exercise an extension or not to exercise termination the option. So for the recognition of short-term lease and lease of low-value assets is all the lease low-value of asset and short-term lease equipment are recognized on a straight line basis. So in this slide, I will explain about the initial measurement for right of use asset. So right of use asset will be initially measured at cost comprising the amount of initial measurement of lease liability. And the right of use asset that is not investment property will be subsequently measured at cost, which is less accumulated depreciation and impairment loss. So the depreciation will be used the lease term on straight line basis. So next, this is the initial measurement for lease liabilities and the reassessment lease liabilities. The lease liabilities will be measured at present value of the lease payments that not paid at the commencement date, and the payment that be discounted using interest rate implicit, but if cannot determine the rate, it will be using the borrowing date. So the reassessment lease liabilities will be exposed potential future increase in the variable lease payment that depend on index or rate and not include in the lease liabilities until that will take effect. So next is the disclosure for the YTL Power International Berhad as LLC, which is this is for right of use asset. Okay, so this the right of use asset in the statement of financial position, and this is note 11, which is the note for the right of use asset. So in this slide is a disclosure for lease liability, which is in the statement of financial position and the statement of cash flow for the lease liabilities. So for this part, I will be explain about accounting policy as a lessor. So first, the operating list. It will include the PPE in the statement of financial position and will be depreciated at the expected useful life on a basis. The second is the separating list and non-list components. They will allocate the consideration in a contract based on the stand-alone selling price in accordance with the principle in MFRS 15. So after finish explain about the list, I will explain now about the basic EPS. So the formula for the basic EPS is profit or loss attributable to owner of the parents divided by the weighted average number of ordinary share in issue. So from the statement above, we can tell that the group of the company is gain a profit in basic EPS on 2022 and get the basic loss per share on the 2021. I think that's all from me for this presentation, and thank you.